Yeah, hi students. Welcome to day 4. In our last session, we discussed about few topics in cybersecurity and regarding the networks, what we are going to use, how the topologies will be there, how the data is going to transform from one device to another, and what is the IP address internet protocol, and who is going to control it, and the main difference between IPv4 and IPv6, and classes and private IP address and public IP address, how we can change the from static IP address to dynamic IP address. And in this session, let's discuss about how to identify the network part and host part, and subnet mask, gateway, and DNS, and how to calculate the binary. It's a very simple thing. You can also calculate it local broadcast and address, and local loopback address. Yeah, we can also track the packets. Let's check each and everything. We just know that we are directly saying that from class A, it starts from 1 to 127. How we are going to identify it? If you want to identify by yourself how we are going to calculate for each and every IP address range, you can also go for that. For that, what we have to do is there will be one formulas will be there. You can see here itself. It is a matrix that we have to follow it. In class A, we have to put the first octa, first value should be 0. Okay, coming to class B, in first octa, the value should be and 1 and 0 should be there in first octa. And here you can see first octa, second octa, third octa, and fourth octa is there. In each octa, it is divided by 8 bits, right? 8 bits, and second octa 8 bits, third octa 8 bits, and fourth octa 8 bits will be there. Skipping all these three octas, we have to consider only one, because of IP classes will be divided by looking the first octa, right? That's why in first octa, what we have to do for class A, we have to put first value should be 0, and class B, what we have to do, we have to put 1 and 0. Class C, 11 and 0, and class D, 1110, and class E, 1111, right? You can easily first of all you have to make a note that class A 0, 1 0, 1 1 0, 1110, 1111. This should be, you have to note it so that you can directly identify the ranges and everything. Okay, here you can see that in first octa, for class A, what is the formula to identify the end value. What I am doing is, in first octa there will be some bits will be there. It will be a zeros, or all zeros will be there, or all ones will be there. What is my formula? I have to put the first value should be in 0. So what I am doing here, I am first value should be a 0, and remaining all values should be a 1s, right? When we are going to calculate all the values of 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4 till 2 power 7, we have to calculate it. First value is 0 for class A. I just now said that first value is 0, that's why I put here 0. In calculate it with the 2 power n, we have to calculate the values by 2 power n. Okay, 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power till 2 power 6, and 2 power 7. Okay, for here you can see that if there is a 1, if there is a 0, you have to put a 0 itself. You should not consider it. If there is a 1, you have to consider the 2 power n value. Mm, you have to calculate it, and you have to add with the very next one. Okay, here you can see that 2 power, here I have one value with 1. Okay, that's why I am considering 2 power 0 is called 1. Here there is a one value is there, so I have to consider this value. Which value? 2 power n value. Here 2 power n value is 2 power 1. 2 power 1 is 1, and here there is a one value 1, so I have to consider it. What I have to consider? 2 power n. 2 power n is nothing but 2 power 2. 2 power 2 is 4. Till which value we have to consider? 2 power 7? No, should not consider 2 power 7, because 2 power 7 is 0. Here there is a 1 0, so you should not add, right? That's why we are going with 2 power n. 2 power n is nothing but 2 power 6. Here 2 power 6 is 64. Here till here we have to consider it, because all the values is 1, not 0. So all the values of 1 we are adding. Here after adding 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, you can get the final value is 127. But we cannot give the 127 because it is a loopback. We are going to use a local loopback. We are going to use it. What is local loopback? What is local loopback is if you want to make any server or anything within a local, it will be assigned as 127.0.0.1. In the to avoid the all the wastage of IP address, we are going to use the loopback. Okay, local. It is a sorry. It is a loopback. Loopback is nothing but locally a IP address will be assigned to communicate just like a server. Okay, and coming to class B, here you can see that for class B we have a one formula. First, in first octa we have to put 1 and 0, and remaining should be, it will be a zeros or ones, it doesn't matter. Okay, what we have to do, we have to find the first value of class B. I don't know from where the class B is going to start. Okay, now let's start discuss about how we are going to find the first value of in class B. Okay, here you can see that in first octa there are 8 bits are there, second octa there are 8 bits are there, third octa there are 8 bits are there, fourth octa there are 8 bits are there. In first octa what I am doing is I am putting the 1 and 0 as a start for initial values, because I have the formula 1 and 0. That's why I put the 1 and 0 as 1 and 0 as same values, and remaining are the zeros because I'm going to find the first value. Okay, here I am gonna start find the last value, where here I try to find the last value. Here I'm going to try with the first value. Okay, you have to consider that 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5 till 2 power 7. Here we are going to find only 2 power 7 because there is a only one value. Here you can see it. That's why 2 power 7 is nothing but 128. Class B starts from 128. Okay, class B starts with 128. In the similar way, we are also gonna find with the class C. I don't know from where the class C is going to start. What I have to do, I have to go with my formula. In class C, my formula is 110. This all value should be put in the first octa 3 bits. I have to put in the same order. Okay, what I'm doing 110 is the same thing, I just dropped it, and remaining value should be as zeros because of I'm going to find the first values in class C. Okay, what you have to do, 2 power 7, 2 power 6, 2 power 5, these three values you had, sorry, 2 power 7 and 2 power 6 should be added because there is only two values from here itself. All the values are 0. So 2 power 7 plus 2 power 6 is nothing but 128 plus 64. It is nothing but 192. Class C starts with 192. I think this session will helpful for you to identify the IP ranges. You don't need to always calculate in the real time, but if you have any doubt at middle of the time, what will be the class ranges and how it is divided, this is the one formula, and you can also identify in this manner, or you can also go with the directly. You can remember it is a very short range to identify it. Now discuss about how to calculate the network and host. For example, in class A, there is a only first floor will be there, and there are three groups are there. In each group, there are multiple of devices are there, right? There is only a first floor is there, but in first floor, uh, take an example. Network one is there, only ground floor is there, but there are a lot of groups are there. Yeah, it is lot of group. In each group there are multiple devices are there, right? In this three groups are there. In three groups there are a number of devices are connected. All these things are done in a ground floor, only in ground floor. Coming to class B, there are two floors are there. Okay, in first floor, first floor is there, second floor is there, and only there are two hosts are there. Two hosts are nothing but groups of devices, right? Coming to class C, there are three networks are there. It's nothing but there are just assume that there are three buildings are there, right? and one host part will be there. One group is there which is directly connected to it, and you can see here it's how we are going to identify that if there is a one IP address, you don't know which subnet, how to identify it by calculating. By using the subnet mask, you can directly identify it, right? In class A, one network will be there and three hosts will be there. What you have to do, you have to put 255.0.0.0 because of 255, because only one network is there. In class B, what we have to do, we have to put there are two networks out there, so I am giving 255.255.0.0. In class C, there are three networks are there, right? What I am doing, I am putting 255.255.255.0. Okay, because of it is a class C, there are three networks are there. Now comes to how to calculate the number of networks. For number of networks, there is a one formula. What formula? 2 power n minus 2. Okay. In first octa, what is our formula? According to our formula, in first octa there will be one zero, right? There will be one zero. So you have to neglect the first. In first octa, 8 bits are there. First value is zero. So remaining are seven values are there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are there. So that's why what I have to do. Number of here the n is 7. Okay, in first network, what we have to do, n equals to 7 because of the first value is 0. Okay, in first octa we have to put the first value as a 0, remaining ones are 7. So 2 power 7 minus 2, 2 power 7 is nothing but 128. 128 minus 2 is nothing but 1 126. So the number of possible networks is 126. Right? Now how to calculate the number of hosts in a network? Just now we tried with how to identify it, right? In a similar way, what we are going to do here, you can see that where, okay, yeah, here in class A, you can see here itself there is a one network and three hosts are there. Now we have to identify the host, we have to add the host part network. Okay, now host network, what here you can see there are three hosts are there. 8 plus 8 plus 8 is nothing but 24. 2 power 24 minus 2. Okay, there you can directly get the number of a very big network. In real time it doesn't matter, but you have to, if you want to know that how many networks are there and everything, you have to just learn it. Okay, now comes with local broadcast address. Local broadcast address is nothing but it is going to communicate within the local range, or it is going to communicate with all the devices on a local network. It is represented by 255.255.255.255 or 111.111, all ones will be there. Okay, now comes with what is broadcast address. What the broadcast address is do is, if you are going to connect with a new network or new Wi-Fi, if you are connected to a new Wi-Fi, what the broadcast will do is it will ask a request. I need to assign one IP address to this device. So what the DHCP does, okay, you can take one IP address and you can allocate to this device so that it can access the internet and it will be in our network, right? So what the broadcast does, it will ask the request to the DHCP and get the IP address, and from the it will search in DHCP, it will search the available IP address from a pool. Pool is nothing but the number of bunch of IP address will be there. From that I will get one IP address. Okay, this will be all will be happen in the DHCP. DHCP is nothing but in our last class we discussed about dynamic host configuration protocol, which will be helpful to identify it will be directly assign an IP address to our device. It may be a mobile or PC or laptop or anything. Now comes with local loopback address. Just now I said that there will be we cannot assign 127, right? In class A we are going to use for till 126, right? Why we are unable to use the 127? Because we are going to use the 127 as a local machine to get the information, or it will be act as a server locally, so that we cannot go with the number of too many IP address cannot be there, or with the single 127.0.0.1 we are going to open a web page, or in locally it will be worked. Okay. Yeah. Now comes with how to track a packet. For example, you are in Google or in YouTube, you are searching something, you are getting the result. For example, going to Chrome and searching that Amazon.com or Flipkart, Amazon Big Billion Day sales, or something, you are requesting something and you are getting the result. The only thing is from where my request is going through. From India, I'm requesting something, and from Canada or Russia or Dubai or South Korea, from there I'm getting the result. But I don't know from exactly from where the location I'm getting, right? So how to track my packet? How my request is going from which server to which server? What is the signal track? If I want to track it, what I have to do is I have to go with the one command. My command is trace RT, trace route. It is nothing but it is called trace route. Trace route is nothing but it is going to trace my request from where the request is going to get it from my end to till the server. Okay, it is going to take the all the IP address. For example, in Telangana, I am using my PC. I am requesting something. Here's a starting value is nothing but here you can see that I am in a class C local network. My local network, my IP address is 192.168.1, and the and it is natted with the another network. Okay, there is another network 192.168.1.100. It is called directly a gateway of mine network. Okay, from there you can see that 183.82.96.1, and this all are the other networks not from my end. And here you can see you can find a public IP address 72.14.223.26, 72.14.234.9, and some other IP addresses. And here you can see the final IP address of a YouTube. Okay, this is all the path I don't know. I just if I'm going to Google and search YouTube, I'm directly getting the request, but you don't know the how my signal is passing from one end to till the target. This is all the path, and where the towers or cell towers or gateways or geo towers or something will be there. These all are the my providers where my request is directly getting from. From here I'm going to request the server in this path. Okay, in this manner you can also trace the packet from here to till the end. I think this session is helpful for you, and I hope you understand it. If you have any doubts, you can comment, or we can have a class for that, and we can discuss and we can sort it out. Yeah, as per today, let's conclude this session, and thanks for your patience. Yeah, thank you. Meet in next class. Thank you.